in this country, we have a mayor in a major city who wants to, in my eyes, make it easier for terrorists and bad guys to attack innocent Americans and have those innocent Americans not be able to defend themselves.
Yeah, this is Boston Mayor Marty Walsh. He's put together some legislation. He's asking the folks in Boston, the lawmakers in Boston, to sign it. It would allow physicians to ask if you have a gun in the home. Like you mentioned, you know, liberals never look at having a gun in the home as something that keeps you and your family safer. It's always a bad thing. What's interesting here is he says, well, it's not going to go down in your medical records, and we're not going to ask physicians to solve crimes. So why the heck are you asking?
Right.
It's just another way. It's just another way for liberals to demonize gun ownership and put a stigma on it, so people feel uncomfortable about owning a gun if that's what they choose to do. And how does having records on legal gun ownership solve crimes? If you're not going to keep a record of it, you know, they're saying, well, this is good for health care. If someone is depressed, how does this get someone treatment if they're suffering from depression? How does this get someone treatment if they're having suicidal thoughts? That's what you got to treat. Having a gun in and of itself doesn't really impact these matters.
What this leads to is a foundation leading to one person, and maybe it's a doctor, whoever, maybe it's a bureaucrat, one person unilaterally removing the Second Amendment rights of an American citizen. That's what this is a foundation for, unfortunately. Now, if there's any doubt in anybody's mind about the mainstream media being biased, and there should be no doubt in anybody's mind about the mainstream media being horribly biased, your company out with some numbers now that pretty much would lay that to rest to a thinking American.
Yeah, here we are, you know, coming up on 2 years of President Donald Trump, and another study, 90% of the mainstream media coverage is negative on President Donald Trump. Surprise, surprise. Their main focus is, of course, the Russian collusion. That was followed by immigration and border policies, the Kavanaugh Supreme Court battle. These are the things that they like to talk about. I guess the good news is when you look at the 90% negative coverage, over 99 hours was spent, and we're just talking the big three networks here, on their evening newscast, you know, being negative on Donald Trump. Previously in 2017 and 2018, it was only, 87 hours. So that's actually gone down. It's a little less negative. What's really interesting is when you look at all this negative media coverage, despite all of that, his general approval rating has actually gone up over the last year. Is it any wonder why so many people don't trust the liberal media?
It's amazing. It's a testament to Donald Trump that it still remains in decent range at all, you know. And I watch the mainstream media once in a while, but purely for entertainment value, and certainly not for news. Eric, thanks.